Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Today I will present our study entitled The Impact of Perceived Ease of Use on Digital Marketing Adoption Among Malaysian SMEs. This research was conducted by myself, Hidayatul Kusna, and my colleagues from University Polytech Malaysia. Our study examines how perceived ease of use influences digital marketing adoption among Malaysian SMEs. We distributed questionnaires to 143 SME owners and managers and analyzed the data using SPSS. The results confirmed that there is a significant positive relationship between perceived ease of use and adoption, with a correlation value of R equal 0.631. This means SMEs are more likely to adopt digital marketing if they find the platform simple and user-friendly. The study contributes both to theory and practice by strengthening TAM and providing recommendations for policymakers and developers. SMEs are the backbone of Malaysia's economy, contributing over 99% of total businesses and 38.3% of GDP. Digital marketing offers SMEs opportunities to reach customers, build brand visibility, and reduce costs. However, challenges remain. Many SMEs face limited technology access, lack of skills, financial constraints, and resistance to change. While the government has introduced initiatives like the Malaysia Digital Economic Corporation (SME Digitalization Grant), adoption is still uneven, especially among micro and Bumiputera-owned enterprises. This study therefore asks, does perceived ease of use influence SMEs' adoption of digital marketing? This chart highlights the economic role of SMEs. SMEs contribute 38.3% of Malaysia's GDP and about 48% of total employment. This highlights that SMEs are not just small players, but are critical drivers of economic growth, job creation, and inclusivity. Their large contribution justifies why policies, support, and research must focus on SMEs' digital transformation. And this chart illustrates digital marketing adoption levels among SMEs. 87.4% of SMEs use social media as their main platform. 74.8% are at an intermediate adoption level. Only around 30% adopt advanced tools. This shows reliance on social media, but limited advanced adoption. You can see the reinforces need for user-friendly tools to encourage broader adoption. Previous studies mostly focus on large corporations, while SMEs face unique challenges. There is also limited integration of TAM with dynamic capability theory, and little attention is given to micro and Bumiputera SMEs. Our objectives are threefold. First, to evaluate SMEs' perceptions of ease of use. Second, to test the relationship between perceived ease of use and adoption. And third, to provide theoretical and practical contributions. This study applied a quantitative design with a structured questionnaire. We surveyed 143 SME owners and managers across sectors like food and beverage, retail, services, and manufacturing. The measures were adapted from prior validated studies using a 5-point Likert scale. A pilot test with 20 SMEs ensured clarity and reliability, and the data analysis was conducted using SPSS version 29, and reliability scores showed Cronbach's alpha above 0.8. The demographics show that more than half of respondents came from the food and beverage sector, followed by retail, services, and manufacturing. In terms of platform usage, social media is the dominant tool with 87.4% adoption. However, fewer SMEs use websites, e-commerce, or email marketing. Most SMEs fall into the intermediate adoption level, which means they are using digital marketing but not fully maximizing its potential. Our analysis shows a strong positive correlation between perceived ease of use and adoption, with R equals 0.631 at a significant level. This finding confirms our hypothesis: the easier SMEs perceive a platform to be, the more likely they are to adopt digital marketing. For example, social media is highly adopted because it is simple and familiar, while advanced tools like e-commerce and analytics have lower adoption rates. Now, let's move to the discussion. First, our findings support the technology acceptance model. We confirmed that perceived ease of use strongly influences SMEs' adoption of digital marketing. Second, the results show that SMEs prefer simple and user-friendly tools. Social media, for example, is highly used because it is easy to manage and familiar to most business owners. Third, when we link the findings with dynamic capability theory, it becomes clear that SMEs that are more adaptable and willing to reconfigure their resources benefit more from adopting digital tools. Finally, there are practical implications. Policymakers and platform developers must focus on user-centric design and ensure that training programs are available for SMEs. This will encourage not only adoption, but also more advanced and effective use of digital marketing. In conclusion, our study shows that when SMEs find digital platforms easy to use, they are more likely to adopt them. Most SMEs are already using social media, but fewer are using more complex tools like websites or e-commerce. This means that making platforms simple and user-friendly is very important. Our research adds to the technology acceptance model and also gives practical suggestions for policymakers and developers, such as creating easier tools and giving more training for SMEs. In short, the easier it is to use, the more SMEs will go digital, and that's all from me. Thank you.